at it again, baby, and we got another one with the brother Thomas Soul. Let's dive in.
An old television special featured great boxing matches of the past, including a video of a match between legendary light heavyweight champion.
Sheesh, my guy got some guns. I need to go hit the gym. I'm feeling a little small. My guy got the cannons. Sheesh Louise.
In Archie Moore and a young Canadian fighter named Yvon Durrell. In that fight, each man was knocked down 4 times. Since Archie Moore was also among those serving as commentators on the program, someone asked him if he knew that this was a great boxing match while he was fighting it. Yes, he replied emphatically. At the time, he had said to himself, "This is the kind of fight that any fighter would love to be in, a knockdown, drag-out, and emerge the winner." Overcoming adversity is one of our great desires, and one of our great sources of pride. But it is something that our anointed deep thinkers strive to eliminate from our lives, through everything from grade inflation to the welfare state. The anointed want to eliminate stress, challenge, striving, and competition. They want the necessities of life to be supplied as rights.
I feel like part of the beauty of, chasing a goal or a dream is the hunt, is the pursuit of that goal or that dream, right? Like it's the chase, like making your way towards that goal or the dream is part of the fun part, the hunt. So I think if it was just handed to me, it wouldn't feel the same.
Competition. They want the necessities of life to be supplied as rights, which is to say at the taxpayer's expense, without anyone's being forced to work for those necessities, except, of course, the taxpayers. Nothing is to be earned. Self-esteem is to be dispensed to school children as largesse from the teacher. Adults are to have their...
Sorry to pause this again, but something I got to touch on right there in terms of participation trophies, given out to everyone just for participating. Quick story. There was a basketball tournament that I was in when I was a kid, and my team got second place. And obviously I was angry about it. I hate losing. I still hate losing to this day in anything. But in that moment, when they handed me the second place trophy, I literally took it and launched it across the gym floor. Now, obviously, hindsight is always 20/20. As we grow and we mature, we understand that certain things that we did as kids probably weren't the best. Probably should have taken it back home and thrown it away once I got home. But I've never been in agreement with participation trophies. And granted, second place isn't really a participation trophy. You could even say third place or even like top 5 aren't really participation trophies. But I saw a second place trophy as just a participation. Or you were just here to compete kind of situation. I didn't want it. I've always been in disagreement with that kind of thing. But you guys can let me know how you feel in the comment section. Do you agree with participation trophy awards? Oh, you participated. Here's a trophy. Here you go. Let me know. I disagree personally, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my thinking is flawed in that.
Dispensed to school children as largesse from the teacher. Adults are to have their medical care and other necessities dispensed as largesse from the government. People are to be mixed and matched by race and sex, and whatever else the anointed want to take into account, in order to present whatever kind of picture the anointed think should be presented. This is a vision of human beings as livestock, to be fed by the government and herded and tended by the anointed. All the things that make us...
The more power we give them, the more we become more and more like livestock. The more that they have control, the more we demand, I want government assistance in this. I want government assistance here. I want participation trophies. I want this. I want this. I want the government to give me everything. Okay. The government's going to say, okay. And they're going to take every dollar you earn and they're going to dispense it to everyone equally. So now you're dependent upon them, which for obvious reasons is a horrible idea. And I think videos like this that highlight these things need to be pushed out more to the rest of society so everybody gets to hear these messages. So make sure you guys are sharing these videos. It's the arrow button down below. Copy the link, paste it anywhere. People need to understand the truth about, a lot of these policies and things that, the government tries to push out because it sounds good when they say it, but in reality, it's just a way for us all to be dependent upon them. If we're dependent upon them, they're in control.
Human beings are to be removed from our lives, and we are to live as denatured creatures controlled and directed by our betters. Those things that help human beings be independent and self-reliant, whether automobiles, guns, the free market, or vouchers, provoke instant hostility from the anointed. Automobiles
that help people be self-reliant,
directed by our betters. Those things that help human beings be independent and self-reliant, whether automobiles, guns, the free market, or vouchers, provoke instant hostility from the anointed.
Sounds familiar, huh? Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Automobiles enable you to come and go as you wish, without so much as a by your leave to your betters. The very idea that other people will go where they want, live where they want, how they want, and send their children to whatever schools they choose is galling to the anointed, for it denies the very specialness that is at the heart of their picture of themselves. Guns are completely inappropriate for the kind of sheep-like people the anointed envision, or the orderly, prepackaged world in which they are to live.
Make sure you go and buy some more. Load up.
When you are in mortal danger, you are supposed to dial 911, so that the police can arrive on the scene sometime later, identify your body, and file reports in triplicate. The free market is a daily assault on the vision of the...
I once had someone say, we don't need, or was it somebody that said it, or was it a video? I don't remember, but somehow the conversation came up that we don't need firearms because we can just call the police. And I was just like, wait, what? I was just like, I'm sorry. We don't get me wrong. We have fantastic men and women in, our law enforcement, in law enforcement, but law enforcement responds to catastrophes. They don't necessarily prevent catastrophes. So somebody breaks into your house with the intention on taking you out. You called the police. You can. Totally fine. Yeah. But by the time they get there, the person who came in to do you harm has already done their deed and is gone into the wind. So like you said, they're just going to be there to identify you, collect some evidence, and start an investigation. And it's already too late. Sayonara. But on the other hand, if you had a firearm to defend yourself, you could have stopped the attack and called the police, and they could have come and collect the person's body, and you're still living. That logic that I can't remember if it was a video or somebody actually said it, but it was just wild to really think about. I was just like, what?
Filed reports in triplicate. The free market is a daily assault on the vision of the anointed. Just think of all those millions of people out there buying whatever they want, whenever they want, whether or not the anointed think it is good for them. Think of those people earning whatever incomes they happen to get from producing goods or services for other people at prices resulting from supply and demand, with the anointed cut out of the loop entirely and standing on the sidelines in helpless frustration, unable to impose their particular vision of social justice. The welfare state is not really about the welfare of the masses. It is about the egos of the elites. One of the most dangerous things about the welfare state is that it breaks the connection between what people have produced and what they consume, at least in many people's minds. For the society as a whole, that connection remains as fixed as ever, but the welfare state makes it possible for individuals to think of money or goods as just arbitrary dispensations. Thus, those who have less can feel a grievance against society and are less inhibited about stealing or vandalizing, and the very concept of gratitude or obligation disappears, even the obligation of common decency out of respect for other people. The next time you see a bum leaving drug needles in a park where children play or urinating in the street, you are seeing your tax dollars at work, and the end result of the vision of the anointed.
Wow. Another incredible video from the great Thomas Sowell. We have to make sure that we're getting these types of videos and this type of information out to the masses. I think it's immensely important, especially when you have politicians and people in power that are giving folks lip service and selling them pipe dreams because it sounds good to the ear. And granted, I will admit it sounds good to someone who doesn't know any better. Oh, free this, free that, free this, free that, free money, free this. You know what I mean? Like, it all sounds fantastic. Oh, government's just gonna do this for me? Okay, great. But when we push videos out like these, it helps to highlight the truth of the entire situation. That's just lip service. They're already taking the money from you out of your taxes and just giving it back to you in a different way. It sounds good, but in reality, for a multitude of reasons, not just that reason, but for a multitude of reasons, it's not that great. It's not great at all. Not even that great. It's just not great at all. And when people get to see and listen to videos like these, especially with the illustrations that were put in here as well, it paints a different picture. And hopefully it educates individuals more on the matter. So when politicians do try to try to give them lip service, they understand what exactly it is that they're, hearing or getting from the politicians. So yeah, hit that like button. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm, helps to push this video out to more people. Comment below. Also helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to take it a step further, you can share this video. It's the arrow button down below. All right. It's the little arrow button. You can copy the link and paste it anywhere you like. People have to see these types of videos. These are immensely important, so everybody knows the truth. But anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about all of this in the comment section. If you agreed with me, if you disagreed with me, why or why not. All right. Peace and love. Hit that subscribe button. It's right up over there. Click that thing to subscribe. I'm out.